Good afternoon. This is Brad Weber. Welcome to Local Connections with Local Umbrella Media. We're here to meet people in the community. They're doing great things and people maybe you haven't heard about before. Today's guest, very special to me and will be special to you, Mr. Ray Shay with Shay Realtors up in Forest Ranch area. Hey, Ray.
Hey, Brad, good to hear from you. I'm down here in beautiful Point Loma. Just went to Point Loma Seafoods, had a great lunch. But as always, I enjoy hearing from you, and anything I can do to help you, I'd be happy to talk about.
Well, great. We've known each other. It's been about 4 years now. We've done this newspaper, right?
Yes, and we
What
started, about 4.5 years ago. Done a couple different things, but the newspaper's probably been the best thing that I ever did for my business.
Great.
So,
Well, we're here to talk about, real estate a little bit because the current market. We're here to talk about our relationship and the newspapers and talk about marketing and how you've been getting through COVID, all the things. But Ray and I got together 4 years ago. You had a cool little place up in Forest Ranch, and you called it the Community Hub, and it was a cool little office where people could come in and just sit and chat or learn about real estate, but just basically a community type atmosphere. And Ray, you're an ex police officer, and I just right away after talking to you, I said, "This is our kind of guy. He's a community guy, loves his neighborhood, loves people." And so we started this paper. Here it is, the Community Hub. I love this cover you just did. This is a current edition. We do these monthly, and I've got it upside down and backwards, but there it is with the cool mole on the cover. And so basically, tell us what the Community Hub is, and tell us how that relates to selling real estate.
well, what's interesting, I was a San Diego Police Department 24 years. I ended up being a lieutenant at SWAT many years, but wherever I patrolled, you got to know that there's people within the community that connect with each other. And if they connect with each other, that's where volunteerism comes. That's where the connections with the community and the power of knowing each other comes from. So most of my patrol was in Southeast San Diego. And when I switched careers and said, hey, let's build a real estate company, I knew that the best way to get business is from referrals. Someone
Got
said,
it.
I know Ray, I know a person. So to do that, you have to have a relationship with people. So we started these community hubs. It's trademarked nationwide. But the good thing and the concept about it is you are the swirl stick of information, communication, real estate, but not just real estate. You got to spread it around to show that you're part of the community. So we say Community Hub is a place where people get to know each other, people connect, and homes are sold. But we give before we get. So that's a strong business principle I believe in. And we've been fortunate
Yep.
because people connect with their staff, and the newspaper goes out to 16,000 homes every month. And honestly, the first couple of months, it was a struggle
Yep.
because it's not cheap, it's expensive. But you see the repeat marketing, you see people then start recognizing my team on the streets. And each of my members of my team write an article in the newspaper.
Right.
So they see you as more than just a realtor. They see Tina. Tina does reviews on restaurants. You have two Win on my team. He does reviews on people that live in the community, high profile people or people that give back. And my son Troy does travel information. So
Right.
they see you as realtors, but they see you more as a community, a mom and dad, that type of thing. So
Yeah.
it's been good, that whole community connection.
Well, part of our audience are consumers out there, but part of this audience is also going to be other realtors. So we want to talk a little bit about that because you mentioned it's expensive, and realtors that have done direct mail before, it's expensive no matter what you do. The great thing about these papers is it's very, very similar to the cost of a postcard, and you can do a lot more things with it, right? I mean, you used to do postcards every month, and it's hi, I'm Ray, I'm the greatest realtor, and call me. Where now it's you've really created a connection to these people. You walk in the grocery store, everybody knows Ray. I know because I go around the county right now, and yeah, Ray Shay's my guy in Forest Ranch, and they go, "Oh, I've seen, I've heard of him, and I've seen him, and I've seen your newsletter and things like that." So it's just so much more robust that you can do so many more things with it. And part of it is in direct mail, we call it the mailbox moment. That's when you go to the mailbox, you go to the trash can, you throw away the crap, and you keep the rest. And this, because it's got something about the community inside, people are much more likely to keep it. And that's what we've just grown to our 31st and 32nd newspaper here in San Diego next month. Part of that is you, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But that's why this is different as far as a marketing piece when you're talking about real estate marketing. So,
I agree. And hands down, Brad, as you know, we've talked about this frequently. It is so different from having a single postcard that's, half of a page to a 19-page newspaper that arrives at their front door. And
yeah,
we have multiple pages in there and we have comps for what things sold for.
right.
So you're 100%, it's 100 times better than a postcard. We've almost stopped them completely. Occasionally we'll do some
Hmm.
because we're so dependent on Umbrella Productions and the quality of work, getting it out in a timely manner, having it arrive in the mailbox, because we've never thrown stuff on people's front doorsteps. I
Yeah.
personally don't like that. And so that's why our partnership has been very beneficial for Shay Realtors and my
Yeah, well, I
team.
appreciate that, Ray, and likewise, it's been great working with you. And when we first started, we were still, I was just still getting this thing kicked off. I think you were my fourth or fifth realtor, and I said, I was kind of excited about it because this thing might actually work. It does make sense. It made sense on paper, but making sense on paper since 5 and 6 and 7 years later, where you still have the same people like you doing it over and over again. And one thing you got to do is it's not an instant hit. I mean, you can't send one paper out and expect the phones to ring off. They have to, it's branding, it's marketing, it's become, part of our mission is to make you known as the local expert and also as the local guy that cares about the community. And that does take some time. So, it's worked now, and like I said, everyone knows you now, and business is up, right? Even in
Yeah,
this.
yeah, we've had the best year we've ever had,
Great.
especially even just the last 4 months. But also the information that you provide in the newspaper that has nothing to do with real estate
Hmm.
is one of the reasons we're more successful. People like reading about the music articles you put in there.
Hmm.
They like reading the different things about the community. So it's not all real estate, but again, it's just being that swizzle stick in the cocktail drink that gets everybody involved.
Exactly. Part of the content thing is you don't have to be. We just talked about this in the last podcast. You don't have to have everything about the local community. There's news. It has to be relevant. So when it says Forest Ranch or Del Sur, those neighborhoods you send it to, they're going to open it because it says the title. And there's also something on the cover, including Ray Shay's always on the cover. So it's about local. And then some of the content inside is about the neighborhood. But the rest of the content might be just a family helping someone, like we had the Ukrainian refugee story this month, or a travel article or something of interest. So it doesn't have to be about people that live in that little neighborhood. But the combination of that makes it last longer, makes it get open. Our open rate is unbelievably high, just because it's hard to throw it away, because there might be something in there that that I'm going to read. Obviously, this thing is a big bulky thing, and there's got to be something versus a postcard, like you said, that can be thrown right in the trash and forgotten about. So one thing we're doing next month is you're in the Forest Ranch, Del Sur, Santa Luz area, which is a little bit inland. I guess it's straight east of Del Mar. Is that
Yeah,
somewhat correct?
about 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes from the coast.
Some people in the county still don't know where it is exactly, but it's Rancho Bernardo area. It's west Rancho Bernardo, east of Del Mar. But you're going to expand next month, starting on the coastal areas, Solana Beach, Del Mar, and Encinitas, right?
Yes, and we're very excited about that. Again, Brad, your staff has helped us develop a format and a masthead that is reflective of that community.
Mm-hmm.
So when people see it, and you'll probably see it around May 18th, I think we'll be dropping it.
Middle of May. It's actually before it's before the big Fiesta del Sol, which I've been promoting. I'm a member of the Solana Beach Chamber of Commerce, and this is a big event, and I promoted them last week on this show. But it's a great community event. We're going to be there. We're going to be promoting, and we're going to be promoting it in Ray's paper to all about, again, that neighborhood feel. And those are such cool neighborhoods over there. Homes are very expensive there, so if we can help you sell a few more homes over there, that's what it's all about, and gravy. But the other part of it is just making you connected with those communities too, and your team.
Yeah, I hope that we had talked about getting a booth at Fiesta del Sol. We have a lot of clients over in that area. I love Encinitas and that whole Solana. So we're excited about supporting what they have going on over there and make it part of the paper. And if anybody sees this program, if they have any questions, they're welcome to ask me. I'm really easy to get a hold of and very straightforward. I think I was a cop too long. I just tell people the truth, and this is what works. And that's the way we pretty much roll.
Sounds good. Well, listen, I know you're a busy guy. You jumped out of one meeting into the next one. I know it was a lunch meeting, but we're going to make it business. But thanks for showing us a beautiful San Diego background. It's nice to have I'm a little jealous that you're out here and I'm out there and I'm in here, but I'll get out there soon. So
Here,
anyway,
I'll turn around, Brad. Everyone can get a look at how beautiful.
it's just gorgeous.
There you go.
It's just a prototypical San Diego spring day. Just another one. We're living in paradise. So we're lucky to be here. I consider myself lucky to have you as a customer and a client and a friend, Ray, and highly respectful of you and your team. I appreciate what you do for us, and it's been a good partnership. I'm glad we're growing it, and it's nice to see your sales going up and having the best year ever. And I think the future holds great things for both of us together. And Community Hub and the Mole.
And the mole. And the mole's
mole.
the best part because he's a little guy that lives in the neighborhood, and he lets people know little rumors of what's really occurring in the neighborhood. So again, it's just that little tidbit of local information combined with your things you put in there that just makes it a great product.
Yeah, if you haven't signed up for Ray's newsletter, go to his website, shayrealtors.com, and sign up for the newsletter, and you'll read all about the mole every week it comes. And the mole just digs up some cool stuff. It might be a new restaurant, it might be a deal, or it might be actually some news going on in the community, or it might be introducing you to a local business. So the mole kind of fits the whole community hub, infrastructure we're building here. So looks like you cut out, Ray. Maybe this is a good time to say we lost you, but it's a great picture of you, a great smile. At least you're ending with a smile. Anyway, that is our show. We lost Ray, but perfect timing. I want to thank our sponsors, Attorney King, of course, here at IQ Podcast Studios, IB Fitness, and Saquon Casino. And that's our show. Thanks for joining us. Go see Ray. Go to Solana Beach Fiesta del Sol on May 21st and 22nd. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.